Coming up in around 8 minutes on this day 2 of the Showtime weekend, Julian Lennon, Stand By Me. John Lennon's little boy isn't so little anymore. It's music and interviews from Julian's first American concert tour. Before then, I'll look behind the cameras at the DeLaurentis Entertainment Group. First, this promo for Compromising Positions, starring Susan Sarandon.
Bruce Fleckstein is known as the Don Juan of dentists.
I could never be intimate with someone who wore a pinky ring.
Well, he certainly cleared my sinuses.
Not you too.
Who would possibly want to kill him?
Enough people to populate Biloxi, Mississippi.
I suspect everybody.
It's a Paramount exclusive you won't see on HBO or Cinemax. Susan Sarandon, Raul Julia, and Judith Ivey star in Compromising Positions, only on Showtime.
1 week from tonight.
Yes, America, there's Dynamite in the air once again.
Hi, this is Jimmie Walker. Join me and my friends Valerie, Jeff, and John for my first and hopefully not my last special right here only on Showtime.
A Dynamite Evening with Jimmie Walker and Friends premieres January 30th exclusively on Showtime.
What charm.
Hey, my man, what's happening?
What wit.
Wait.
What sensitivity. What a crotch.
Hey, beers, all right? One for me, one for me, mate.
This your first trip to New York?
First trip anywhere.
Well, we might just have to give you one for free.
On what?
One of the surprise runaway hits of 1986.
How are you finding New York?
Bit of a lunatic asylum. That's why I love it, because I fit right in.
But not on HBO or Cinemax. Paul Hogan is Crocodile Dundee.
G'day.
Premiering exclusively on Showtime, Monday, February 1st at 8, 7 Central.
Showtime is currently featuring 6 special movies that aren't available on HBO or Cinemax. All 6 films come from the same studio, DeLaurentis Entertainment Group, the studio that was founded by one of the film industry's most successful independent producers in recent history, Dino De Laurentiis. Born in Italy in 1919, De Laurentiis was expected to remain with his family in their pasta factory, but instead he pursued his own interests, making movies. In 1956 and 1957, De Laurentiis won back-to-back Academy Awards. La Strada won for Best Foreign Film, and the following year, Knights of Cabiria won in the same category. In the 1960s, De Laurentiis built the world's largest studio in Rome, from which came many more movies, including John Huston's The Bible, Diabolique, Waterloo, and Barbarella. While many of De Laurentiis' movies from this period were not critical successes, they consistently drew big crowds at the box office. In the 1970s, De Laurentiis moved to the United States. No longer interested in making just foreign films, he set his sights on producing more commercial movies aimed at an American audience. From the start, De Laurentiis proved that he had the right instincts to guide his new projects. He claimed he had only one target, one boss, the audience, and his movies have consistently ranked as favorites with the public. Serpico, The Valachi Papers, Death Wish, 3 Days of the Condor, Lipstick, Orca, and King Kong were among the many films produced in this period. While most of these movies again received little critical attention, all were enormously successful at the box office, generating more than $172 million. Clearly, this Italian-born movie maker understands what his American audiences want to see, and more importantly, what they'll pay to see. De Laurentiis has always worked best as a one-man show. He picks the story, the most crucial element for him. He hires the screenwriter, the director, and selects the cast. While many producers don't get nearly as involved with their projects, De Laurentiis insists that a movie's success or failure lies solely on the producer's shoulders, and he is involved at every stage of production, right through editing, imposing his will on even the most well-known movie directors. De Laurentiis continued his string of box office successes into the 80s with Conan the Barbarian, The Dead Zone, Firestarter, The Bounty, Marie, and Year of the Dragon, which alone grossed more than $23 million. In the last 2 years, De Laurentiis has continued to produce some of the most talked-about movies around. Clearly, his taste for the stories behind his movies continues to be his own, ranging from the more mundane action-adventure of Manhunter to the Hitchcock-like Bedroom Window.
Denise! No!
all the way to the bizarre and very controversial Blue Velvet. You can see 6 of DeLaurentis' recent films on Showtime. Watch for King Kong Lives, Eliminators, Raw Deal, Tai-Pan, the first American movie ever filmed in mainland China. Crimes of the Heart, starring Sissy Spacek, Jessica Lange, and Diane Keaton. And Maximum Overdrive, the directorial debut of horror writer Stephen King. 6 movies produced by one of the most successful independent producers around, and only on Showtime.
Coming soon on Showtime. Coming soon on Showtime.
How did you find America?
Turn left to Greenland. Hey, you won't interfere with the basic rugged concept of my personality, will you, madam?
No, actually, we're just good friends.
Are you a mod or a rocker?
No, I'm a mocker.
A day in the life of 4 lads from Liverpool who got rock rolling around the world. John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, Ringo Starr, the Beatles, and Paul's grandfather.
I bet you're a great swimmer.
In a hard day's night. You won't see it on HBO or Cinemax. Exclusively on Showtime.
Just ahead, fine music from Julian Lennon. And then Showtime After Hours presents Wild and Beautiful on Ibiza. It's not a nature documentary. No, it's about another type of wildlife. And that's it for me. Talk to you tomorrow.